Hey guys, Joe here with George from Gourmet Dining, and we're at ECRM's Campus Food Service session here in Brazelton, Georgia. So thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
All right, so George was one of the moderators for our tip discussions, and his table topic focused on innovation. So we had a really great discussion. We had several buyers there, a couple of suppliers. So do you want to give just a quick overall takeaway of what the discussion was, that we'll drill down on some of the points?
Sure. I think one of the biggest things was if you saw people who were self-op, a lot of the innovation was from grassroots up. So it had a lot to do with the culture of the school versus if you were a managed operation, a lot of the innovation was from 20,000 feet down. And that's not to say that either one's right or wrong, but it just comes from different directions.
Yeah.
I think some of the important things were that it's all about breaking up the monotony for the students and driving student satisfaction. So one of the things that we do is a lot of off-campus dining. We'll take the all-you-care-to-eat meal plan, and instead of the student having to swipe that weekly meal plan in the residence, in the all-you-care-to-eat meal plan, they can go down to a regular restaurant on the street, meaning flatbreads or whatever, and swipe for a meal down on the street, down on Washington Street. So
they're using their meal plan at partner restaurants.
Yeah, in a local restaurant in Hoboken, New Jersey, or if it's in Rowan, it's in Glassboro, New Jersey. And it's just a way for two things: A, to break up the monotony with students, but also to allow for us to give a little bit back to the community, build a little town and gown relationship. Because one of the things that happens when a managed company comes into the community, and even with colleges, is the local community feels like that you're kind of attacking, you're kind of trying to take over.
You're taking away those meals, yeah.
We're trying to do just the opposite. We're trying to drive business to them. It takes money out of our pocket, but it's well served. And I think one of the things it does is really drive a lot of student satisfaction. But I think it makes things easier for the college and universities also because it builds a sense of community with the small mom and pop businesses.
I'm sure they love the marketing too. There's no better marketing than getting food into somebody's mouth, and you're helping them do that. So
at Stevens we do every Wednesday, but students will find out that they'll enjoy what they have on a Wednesday. They'll go back over the weekend. They'll go back on Monday and Tuesday and pay cash or credit. At Rowan and some of the other schools, they'll go. It's available all week, but they'll go more often. Sometimes they'll buy off the meal plan and buy different things. So I haven't found a restaurant yet that's come to me and said, "Listen, I want off this plan."
Yeah.
They really enjoy it. So it's something that's really positive.
Very cool. And there were a couple of other food service operators at the table that had a similar but a little bit their own spin on those plans.
Yeah, a couple of self-ops, and they do a declining balance where they partner with local restaurants. Also fantastic, because basically what they're doing is giving the students an option of going to the stuff on campus or going somewhere off campus, and they're taking that declining balance of, say, 2,000 meal points and spreading it out amongst all the different venues, and they'll take a little cut of that, and that's how they make their money. But it's nice, again, because it gives the students that look at eating anywhere they want versus having to go. So one of the things that we found is students like to use the meal swipes and the declining balance at their preference. So it's not so much that not eating at the dining hall because the food's not good, but it's just 215 days in the same place.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you go. You go to Morton Steakhouse, 215 days, it gets tiring.
Yeah.
So really, that was the one gentleman had that good point, and then I guess somebody else, they bring restaurants in, and they bring them in from the outside.
So it's kind of in reverse.
They do a station takeover. Which is also, it's nice to have a visiting chef. The gentleman from Bentley has the global chef through the Sodexo partnership. There's the other gentleman from SUNY Geneseo who does the local community, which is really great because they have a restaurant-rich area there, and it's really nice that they do and bring in the people from the community. So again, it's about marrying the college and university community with the student community with the overall community that they're in.
I think the other thing that you pointed out was basically you want to work around what their needs are and what their preferences are, and which gets us to the other point that was discussed, mobile, and how that's being deployed.
Yeah, so there, one of the other really big things right now is trending is mobile ordering and meeting the needs of the students as far as pickup times and ordering and being able to just really move at their speed, and whether it's picking up from a food locker or a pickup window or just from a countertop. So Rowan University, we use Topingo. We do about 8,000 orders a day. Students pick up from the pickup window at a variety of maybe 12 different retail locations.
Okay.
And you know it moves and it's smooth. We're introducing virtual stores as we evolve. We're using food lockers. We're using pickup windows for like a Wendy's and a Jersey Mike's. So you're using national brands and taking the national brands and not having to do the full build out, but actually doing a virtual store for it. So it's exciting stuff. And
What I found that was really interesting was one of the things that you mentioned was how you were getting people were using the mobile service that were not in the school.
yeah, so
This is an added benefit.
Yep. So you have 7,700 people on the Rowan meal plan and 10,000 users. So you have about 2,300 people using the program that have no real true affiliation with a meal plan or anything else. It's new people spending new money on campus. So it's just another way to give schools an alternative stream of revenue.
Yeah.
And we spoke to the woman from Howard University, and she's trying to release the Topingo app, and they're kind of moving slowly into it. And I think that's a benefit that they're going to find in the long run, is that they're going to find that their students are going to enjoy it, but there's also the benefit of everybody else in that community who's going to look at everything that Sodexo offers down there and seeing that, there's other things to order in that community that really help out.
Where did, from the discussion at the table, you get a sense of where the future of mobile is, or that mobile will be playing a bigger role?
Yeah, I think it's really the people I talked to even after virtual stores. I think are going to be the future.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's already here in real life, but virtual retail is something that I think a lot of people are excited about, and being able to go to no real true build out. So as a food service supplier, you're not spending money on a $250,000 and $300,000 build out, and you're able to fill a need for people.
Yeah.
And sometimes with late night dining, you have consultants who just drive the midnight to 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
And nobody really uses it. Consultants make it seem like it's the most important thing in the world, but you can fulfill that with this virtual dining and being able to have 1 or 2 people working and filling for a pancake house, a burger joint, a deli joint. So
you got all the bases covered.
You can be everything.
Yeah.
With 2 people and deliver and get everything out there. So
And that's certainly the mobile audience. I mean,
yep.
college
So
students.
it's all about the mobile ordering and making sure that virtual and the entire experience is on the phone and in front of them. So whatever you do to design in front of them is what happens. And then think about the possibilities of upselling. Think about the possibilities of delivering messages, polling, getting information. If you get students on a tour, and start getting freshman orientations and people using
so many communication
there's so
things
much
that opens up.
Yep, so much available with mobile ordering and getting an app and technology in people's hands. There's just so much opportunity for a university, for food services, for everybody.